Right, morning boys and girls. Today's video, I haven't done very much again. It's just little fiddly jobs that I just wanted to get out of the way. But I've put the two reading lights up and they're wired in, fitted. And what else I did, I finished off the laying the floor. And as you know, because I've only got a small car, I had to bring the floor in 3 pieces to get 3 pieces of ply for this to cover it. I got 12mm ply, but you may feel that you want to put 15mm ply because this is only a short floor and it's going to have the furniture in. The furniture is going to be coming a good way out, and then the bed seats, you're left with a narrow bit of floor in the middle. So I didn't want to go over the top with a big thick heavy ply. I thought the 12 ply would do it. It's well screwed down and I'm quite happy with that. Now I just wanted to tell you basically what I've bought so far and sort of the rough idea of the cost. Well, I bought 5 metres of the barley carpet and that cost me 29 quid. I bought 3 pieces of 12mm ply. They was £18.50 each, and I dare say you could probably find ply cheaper than that. I spent 30 quid on the recycled bottles that I used for the ceiling and for lining out here inside the door. That was 30 quid, and that's 35mm recycled bottle material from a company called Vandalised, who advertising on eBay. So I was quite happy with that. I bought the sound insulation, the insulation stuff, and that cost me 69 quid for 10 metres. Now 10 metres is plenty for this size Doblo van, and I have actually got a few metres left, so I'm quite happy with that. I'd rather have bought more than enough than not have enough, so I bought 10 metres of that. That cost me £69. And I also bought the soundproofing for the floor underneath this hardboard, this plywood floor. I've got a 7mm sound barrier, soundproofing, sound deadening material. That's it lying up there, and again that was from a company called Vandalised, and it cost me 40 quid for the sound material. That's I bought the interior lights there. It came with 6 lights. That cost me 20 quid for the 6 lights. I thought these was very flimsy, these lights, so you may want to choose something a little bit more substantial, but anyway, 20 quid for those. 16 quid for the 2 reading lights, and it cost me £99 for the mini Hecky, which I think is a very good price, because it's got a sun barrier, a fly screen, and a sunshade that pulls over, and it just fitted the bill. I've spent a couple of quid extra on screws. The 80mm screws what I screwed these battens on, these self-tapping screws straight into the steel. There was about £14 for a pack of 200. You might be able to find a smaller pack. I couldn't, so I had to buy but I've got plenty of those left. It cost me 9 quid for the other 35mm screws what I screwed the floor down with, straight into the steel work again. So that's a rough idea of what it's cost me so far. Obviously I haven't included the sink and gas bottles and the fridge. You know, that came to nearly £1,000 for all the other stuff, but I'll give you a price for that later. So I'm quite happy with that, and I've stopped the job at the moment simply because I've cleaned everything out more or less, and I want to take stock of what I've done and think about what I'm going to do next with the area over the cab, because that's going to be some sort of a storage locker. Now, as you can see, it slopes down to the front of the cab, so I've got to actually figure out what I'm going to do with this section here, under here. All this is going to be boxed in. I've just got to figure out how I'm going to do it, because it tapers down to the front of the cab. Now, the reason I've stopped is because the longer you think about a job, the better the job will be. If you try and rush it and try and fix something in it might go wrong. So think about it. It doesn't matter how long it takes you, as long as you think about what you're going to do. You can organise it, and then you can plan it out in your head. Obviously that's going to be covered over, as you know, but under this section here, under here, I've got to figure out whether it's going to be made with ply or whatever it's going to be done, how it's going to be lined, the carpet and everything. This courtesy light here is going to be incorporated into the back of the locker, so that when it'll be just the little courtesy switch, I'll switch it on, and it'll also illuminate when the doors open. So I've got to figure out on what we're going to do with that. So yeah, these lights here, these interior lights here, they're dim. They've got a dimmer, by the way, and you can dim those lights out. And the dimmer's all stashed away under there, but they'll be taken out later on. So yeah, at the moment we're going to take stock what we've done so far, how we're going to plan the lining at the back here for the kitchen unit, for the sink, the kitchen unit and the fridge. That's all got to be ply lined yet. I've just got to find out how I'm going to do it, where I'm going to fasten my battens, how I'm going to secure it. So it's well worth stopping, taking a good stock of the work you've done, and then planning out what you're going to use for that job, how you're going to do it. Get your cardboard templates cut, and then plan the job from there. So the next couple of days is obviously going to be quite slow, because I don't want to make a mess, and just see how it goes. I actually write everything down that I've spent, and it's all written down there, and it's quite shocking really when you think it's not a cheap job to do. So make sure you bear that in mind when you're buying these things. I think I've spent about £2,000 in total so far, obviously with all the fridge, 600 quid, etc., 250 for the sink. So it does cost an awful lot of money, so make sure you factor that into your build. So I hope you're liking it so far. I don't want to bore you, so if you're liking them, just give us a like, and that's the progress so far. So it'll be halted now for a couple of days till I've planned out what I'm going to do next. Thank you.